There are three things we love more than anything on this channel. We love a deal, and there's nothing that tickles us more than a genius new gadget that can cause as much pain as possible. Luckily, AliExpress has it all. Good deals and all of the outrageous gadgets that'll blow your mind. Strap in and get ready. Here are our top 6 picks for handheld defensive weapons, all for sale on AliExpress right now. Let's get into it. WinFen Defense Coin. You know how we roll on this channel. We go from the smallest up to the biggest and most deadly items. And to start our list, there are a few defensive items as small as the defense coin. This inconspicuous little disc just looks like a shiny keychain or a decorative belt or backpack attachment, but it flips out to reveal a small crescent-shaped blade, and a wicked sharp one at that. Trust us, this thing will sever a main artery if it's aimed well. The only hiccup with crescent-shaped blades is that you need to find a professional to sharpen it, or you really need to know your way around knife sharpening yourself. The unusual shape is not applicable for most sharpening appliances, but the curve makes it a very versatile blade outdoors, as well as being a close at-hand defense item. Buddhist mallet chain. The Buddhist chain might look like the hipster trend of the week, but we promise you that this fashionable chain has very deep roots in Buddhist history as a weapon that was truly and deeply feared by those who dared to try to take on a monk. Let's put it this way, imagine getting smacked across the face with a metal bike chain. That's about what the experience will be like if you get hit with a proper beaded chain. Even the fine gold cross on your neck can slice a guy's cheek open if it's swung hard enough. But the mala beaded chain is much heavier, and it's got a weighted pendant at the end for optimal force. It will break teeth, crack skulls, and give a beating that's more severe than a bullwhip, all while looking absolutely dashing on your arm or neck. There are many variations of beaded chains, starting at $20 and going all the way up to thousands if you want real jewels. Go cheap. It's not about what carats are set into it, it's about the swing and the weight at the end. Defense stick. We haven't had the pleasure of covering defense sticks on this channel before, but they really are a very well-rounded handheld weapon for anybody. There are plenty of brands out there, and just as many with unusual attachments. All you really want to look out for is the one that is retractable. Before they're collapsed, it's compact enough to fit in your hand and can be used as a rock-hard strike weapon for close combat. But when it's retracted, it can range from 20 to 30 inches long, making it much better for when your attacker is a few feet away. You can get ones with flashlights built into them, but avoid getting anything more elaborate than that. Once you add blades and ropes and fiddly bits to it, the stick loses its ability to swing loose easily with a flip of the wrist. Light, nimble, swift, and simple does the trick. Overcomplicating the design takes away from the smooth action and its ability to be an inconspicuous carry-on. It can look like a walking stick and be so small that an attacker won't see it at all. It all depends on what you want it to be to fit the occasion. Defense glove. Designed around the standard MMA fighting gloves, this defensive glove has a few metal balls inserted to the knuckles for optimal damage. When you're walking around a neighborhood that's on the higher side of the crime line, it's a good idea to have protection on your hands anyway. Because if you've ever been in a fight, you'll know that punching someone hurts you almost as much as the guy at the end of your fist. So why not add a little extra steel while you're at it? This is not a toy or a fashion statement, though let's be honest, it looks pretty badass. It's as much a protective item as it is a weapon, and a deadly one at that. Can you imagine getting socked in the face with those steel knuckles? Self-defense pink kit. The self-defense pink kit has everything a girl, or a guy for that matter, could want in a self-defense kit. It's got a little something for every occasion. A 21-inch retractable stick for when you're out on hikes or walks. 2 tasers, both of which come with a flashlight attached to it for nighttime strolls. The taser that looks more like a standard flashlight makes for a pretty effective strike tool all on its own. A knuckle keychain will attach to your car keys, so you can have it on your person at all times. And a good quality pocket knife. The pink kit isn't the only one of its kind on the market, so you don't have to be forced to get yourself a Hello Kitty knuckle keychain. There are more defense kits out there than we could possibly mention in a single video. But we like the pink kit especially because for $80 you can get 6 items that are of a stellar quality and each has a place for every time of the day or night. That's what makes it a rare find. Crosman SNR 357 Snubnose. Now things are getting exciting. We've come to the point where the gadgets start shooting. The Crosman Snubnose doesn't look like it, but it's actually just a regular old pellet pistol. Not only does the design look like a real gun, it has the same weight of a pistol too, and coolest of all, the steel pellets are set into an actual replica bullet. So when you load it, it looks like you're loading legit bullets into a legit gun. The realism is enough to make any attacker or mugger believe that you're packing heat. And if you do get lucky enough to pepper his behind with bullets, it won't kill him. But that split second of burning pain will have his life flashing before his eyes, convinced that he's been shot for real. But going at 500 feet per second, you'll do more than enough damage if it's fired in rapid succession. Foldable switch gun. A couple of years ago, when this little unit that can fold up to be the size of a deck of cards came out, no one could quite believe that a revolver, no matter how small, could be sold online so freely, and neither could we. There's been many variations and brands that have come out since then. Usually the miniature revolvers are terribly inaccurate, but not the switch gun. It's a neat little thing that you can fit into your pocket, flips into position with a flick of your wrist, and then shoots a pretty spot-on shot too. And yes, it can absolutely penetrate a skull. This tiny little gun is just as lethal as a regular-sized one, and for around $500, we're surprised at the stellar quality and practicality of it. It really is worth every penny. Look, at the end of the day, you don't need your defense arsenal to be expensive. You just need a good variety that can be well hidden, serve multiple purposes, and most importantly, cause as much harm as humanly possible without buying a firearm. Personally, we like the pink kit for its multitude of items, and for its reasonable price and quality. It comes in black too. If anything, you shouldn't get something that stands out as brightly as it does, but look for a similar variation in items that it offers. And then we cannot stress just how cool the switch gun is. The tech freaks in us love just how far this utilitarian design has come in the last few years. Just 10 years ago, this was an imperfect pipe dream item, more comparable with a party gadget, but now it's every bit the product that it always intended to be, discreet and deadly. And it's all available on AliExpress. There's no need to sit here and salivate for the nifty tools on the market thinking that it's unaffordable or unattainable. AliExpress has your back, so go fill your cart with all the weapons you need to keep you safe at night. This is Threat to Survival. Prepare today, thrive tomorrow. Embrace the threat to survival.